Understanding others is intelligence. Understanding yourself is wisdom. Conquering others is strength. Conquering yourself is true power. If you want to be successful in your life, you need to start with yourself, starting by controlling yourself. All successful people know that to achieve success, there is no other option but self-control. If you don't achieve success, it's not the fault of the economy or strong competition. It's solely your fault. If you feel that others are moving faster than you, it's not because they are. The reality is that you are moving slower than they are. This proves that everything depends on you. When you stumble, you can choose between getting up or staying down. Similarly, success depends on your ability to get up and keep moving forward. What I mean is that what you are today is due to what you were yesterday. Remember, success is nothing more than making the right decisions in your life. If you see someone successful, it's because that person has worked to achieve it over the last 3 to 5 years. Success never comes overnight. On the contrary, it is a process, not a goal. We should not see success as an end, but as a path in life. Good times create weak people create bad times create strong people, and strong people create good times. What I'm saying is that leaders anticipate while losers react. If you anticipate, you make use of what is going to happen. If you wait to be hit, you're in trouble. The big problem is that people believe they shouldn't have problems. In reality, problems are the fuel for growth. If you don't have them, you're either a liar or calling them challenges. I understand if this makes you feel better, but those who say they don't have problems are either sleeping at the wheel or don't have much of a life. Fulfillment is living for what you were made for. You lack confidence, you lack mission. I like to win and be the best at what I do, so I don't settle for less. Michael Jordan practiced shots before resting. When you look at Jordan, LeBron, or anyone who is the best in the world at what they do, you might think they are lucky people. But if you look closely, you'll see they are working and practicing privately what they do well publicly, and that's why they are rewarded. You need to be the same. When you know you will make mistakes, that not everything will be perfect, and you put all your energy into the public, everything starts to change. If you're prepared, you don't need to prepare more. It's a change in your identity. Every day, 6 days a week. What matters is keeping your body because your energy is important. If your energy is low, what I just said is worth nothing to you because you don't use your intelligence or skill. You need emotion. If you don't control your emotions, they can start wars. Emotion gives peace, creates children, and makes businesses succeed or fail. But most people don't know how to manage them. I will feed my brain with things that give me not only inspiration, but also insight, skill, and tools. If you are committed to your financial freedom and personal development and want to accelerate your process, we have the link to our community in the description and pinned comment. It's an easier, faster, and simpler way to learn. 68% of businesses were started during a recession or depression. To be great, I have a story I'd like to share with you. A long time ago, there was a king who wanted to conquer an island. For this, he assigned the mission to one of his generals. The king provided only 100 soldiers, and the island was defended by 1,000 enemy soldiers. The enemy outnumbered them. How could the general win the battle? When they arrived on the island, the general burned all the boats. He took away his men's ability to surrender and retreat. It was either to kill or to die. The general left no option for his men but to win the war. Eventually, they won. What's the moral of the story? If you desire something with such intensity, you will likely achieve it. Therefore, set your goals so that they are an imperative need, an irrepressible desire. If it's not, as soon as you encounter a problem and feel frustrated, you will give up. But if your goals are an imperative need, you will do whatever it takes to achieve them. You will recover quickly if you feel frustrated. Here you can see how important an irrepressible desire is. In conclusion, your dreams and goals should become a necessity for you. If you do this, I can guarantee that you will achieve them. Nothing is impossible if you want to turn your life into a great one. Move to the next level and achieve the success of your purpose. You must have enough courage and determination to do so. Success has no secret. Everything is in the mindset you choose to have and develop throughout your life. Anyone can buy a book that teaches how to get rich, but not everyone gets rich after reading the same book. Remember, when there is desire, there is a way. In summary, if you want to achieve success, focus on creating a fervent desire, an irrepressible desire that drives you to find the way to achieve it. On the other hand, Also keep in mind that to be successful, it's much better to start by loving what you do. If you want to make money investing, you need to enjoy investing. The power of love is far greater than you could expect. Only when you love what you do can you do it even better. For example, when you're in love with someone, you're willing to do anything to be with that person. The same thing happens when you pursue your goals. Life is short. You need to appreciate what's right in front of you. The first skill you need to master is the ability to recognize patterns. When humanity understood the pattern of the seasons, the world changed. We moved from being hunters and gatherers, trying to survive from place to place, exposed to everything, to a more structured way of life. We plant in the spring, protect in the summer, harvest in the fall, and live off it throughout the winter. This created, for the first time, communities. Then, this changed the world. And what will change a person's life is realizing that in your life, there are also seasons. Think about it. From ages 0 to 21, you are in spring. It's easy to grow in spring. There's not much to do besides growing as a child, which happens naturally. Life supports you, sending teachings and sharing with you. When you move from 20 to 42 years old, you are in the real world. You need to test what you learned in spring. You start to experiment and discover what is real. It's an important stage of life. From 42 to 63 years old, it's the power of your life. If you've worked hard in spring and summer, now is the time to harvest, and it's when you truly become a leader. Then, if you're lucky, you move from 63 to 83 years old, and perhaps from 83 to 103 years old, having a long final season where you can be a mentor and share. You can make a difference, and it may be that at the end of your life, people will take care of you after you've taken care of others. That's the cycle of life. If you were born in 1910, World War I happened, and the world was a wonderful place with new technology, cars, radio. And what happened next? An explosion of abundance, the Roaring 20s. And you were then a 14 or 15-year-old kid saying, I can't wait to have my own car. But what happened when you reached the next stage of life from 19 to 21 years old in 1929? Suddenly, people were jumping from buildings, a total depression and droughts. No one had jobs. It seemed horrible, and it was horrible, but then there was a breather. It's not 1939 and I'm 29 years old. It seems like the world is ending. Hitler is ravaging Europe, bombing London. It felt like the world we knew was coming to an end. This is so terrible that it inspires great optimism for what we have now. Winter is not eternal. No pandemic lasts forever. Everything changes and everything ends. And the good thing about winters is that spring follows. The night is followed by the day. What a great way to organize things, whether by God or the universe. The first thing I do in the morning is plunge into cold water. I don't feel good when I get in, but when I get out, I feel amazing. I do this for another reason, to train my brain to understand that when I say now, it's now. When I say let's go, it's let's go. I don't think about how cold it is and that I'll get in a minute. When I'm ready, I always do it because I've trained my brain. And if you train your brain to do this every day, it will also do this for the hard and important things in life. The essence of this is that I've radically changed my body and do 3 things to ensure my brain is ready. And what I mean by ready is that most people think their thoughts are their thoughts, and we know that's not the case. Most people don't understand that they are being prepared all the time. And unless you prepare yourself, others will prepare you. Therefore, I want to take control of my brain. So I do 3 quick things. First, I take 3 minutes of the 10 minutes after I get dressed and focus on 3 events in my life that I'm grateful for. I usually choose 2 big ones and 1 small one. It could be something simple, like a smile on my daughter's face. This changes my biochemistry. Then very quickly, another 3 minutes are a blessing. After that, another 3 minutes, which I call the 3 to triumph. I focus on 3 things I want to achieve. But instead of thinking I want to achieve them, I see them, feel them, experience them. They are done, I feel grateful, I celebrate it, and this trains my brain. In 10 minutes, I'm ready. The third thing I do is send a message to someone, a text, or an audio with a sincere compliment. I don't just say, friend, great job, or wow, you're amazing. I say, hey, I saw you on Tuesday with your kids, saw you played with them 20 minutes more than anyone else did. I want you to know, I thought that was amazing. I'm always very specific, so they know it's not just a positive thought, a simple call. I do it sincerely. It makes me constantly seek out the good in the people I work with. The fourth thing I do is what I don't want to do, the hardest part of the day. What is it? It's the story we all like, the story of who came from the bottom. The rock story is the music where you suddenly step back and take control. Good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. Strong people create good times. You might consider success as if it were a game. After all, life is nothing more than a game. However, you need to know how to play the game of life. Don't skip the rules. If there's one thing I can tell you now, it's to be responsible and commit to everything you do. I'm not saying you should work 24 hours a day to achieve success. What I mean is that anything you do should be done with 100% commitment and responsibility, even if you have fun doing it. Have fun responsibly. Often, due to our bad habits of not doing things responsibly, we fail and don't get what we want. Therefore, learn from now on to be responsible in anything you do. Even if you're playing, play responsibly. Learn to pause your routine for a moment and allow yourself to reflect on what you tolerate in your life so that true personal growth can reach you. There are many different ways to grow and an infinite number of lessons to learn in life, but there are certain types of growth that can only come to us if we are willing to stop, pause, and allow the lesson to reach us. We get in life what we are willing to tolerate. If we allow others to disrespect us, we receive disrespect. If we tolerate abuse, we receive abuse. If we believe it's okay to work excessively and receive a low salary, imagine what will happen and the changes you will need to make. It may not be easy and it may not happen quickly. You might need to work your way out of a big hole, but yes, you can do it. It will be worth all the effort you put in. I wish I could sit beside you, listen to your story, and encourage you specifically on your journey. If you've had a tough time and don't feel good about yourself, I want to say that you need to add value to yourself. You matter, your life can change, and you can make a difference, regardless of the type of story you have or where you come from. Regardless of the traumas you've suffered or the mistakes you've made, you can learn and grow. You can become the person you have the potential to be. You just need to believe in yourself to start. And every time you take a step, think a positive thought, make a good decision, practice a little discipline, keep moving forward, and keep believing in what you believe you are. That's what you will become. I believe that everyone has the seeds of success within them. All they need to do is cultivate those seeds, water them, nurture them, and then they will start to grow. So why do so many people not grow and reach their true potential? I've come to the conclusion that one of the main reasons is low self-esteem. Many people don't believe in themselves. They have 100 acres of possibilities, yet they never cultivate them because they are convinced they won't be able to learn, grow, and blossom into something wonderful. The value we give ourselves is usually the value others give us. I'm sorry to say that most people live their lives according to what others believe about them because they accept the value others give them without questioning. If the important people in your life expect you to go nowhere, then that's exactly what you expect for yourself. It's okay if you're surrounded by people who believe in you, but if you're not, you shouldn't worry too much about what others think of you. You should worry more about what you think of yourself. If you value yourself very little, you can be sure that the world won't raise the price even a little. To become the person you have the potential to be, you need to believe you can. We all have fears, but here's the good news. We all also have faith. The question you need to ask is, which emotion will I allow to be stronger? Your answer is important because the stronger emotion wins. I want to encourage you to feed your faith and let your fear starve. Many people don't take enough time to educate themselves. They prefer to lie around watching Netflix or partying every weekend. The truth is that these habits don't bring positive things into your life. Every time you choose the easy route over the right one, you're shaping your identity and becoming the kind of person who prefers easy over right. For example, when you know it's time to exercise, but say tomorrow, this kind of action programs your subconscious. You're saying it's okay if you don't do what you should. Realize that everything you do affects the person you become. What you do today determines the kind of person you will be tomorrow. You need to be aware and understand that every decision you make impacts your life. Skipping a workout, delaying a project, eating bad food because I won't do this tomorrow, your decisions are monumental. Every thought, action, or decision determines the kind of person you will become tomorrow. Therefore, if your goal is to achieve great things, You need to modify some of your negative habits and reinforce the positive ones. Here are 6 habits that will change your life completely. It's really a 6-step routine that uses the concept of habit stacking. Habit stacking means you need to choose a series of habits to practice and create a sequence with them, making them a habit. For example, on Monday, after running in the morning, I will sit down to read a book. This way, you'll know that after completing one activity, another follows. The benefit of this is that you can adopt multiple habits at the same time, functioning like autopilot. Truly, these habits are easy to do, just requiring a bit of dedication for great results. The secret is to practice the 6 habits you'll learn for 10 minutes each, creating a morning routine of 1 hour. Let's start with the habit of silence. Starting your mornings in silence will help you focus and determine all the activities you need to accomplish in your day. During this time, you can meditate, reflect, give thanks, pray, or simply breathe. It's important to perform this practice in complete silence without external world distractions. Even just 5 minutes of silence will help you start your day in a more mindful and focused manner on all the goals you wish to achieve. The purpose is to reduce stress in our lives. While we are in silence in the mornings for a few minutes, it's essential. To do this, we recommend 2 ways to relax. 1, meditation. Sit on your patio sofa or even on the floor wherever you feel comfortable. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Breathe deeply and slowly. Remember that meditating is sitting and being present in the moment, without worrying about external things. Your meditation doesn't need to be perfect. Many people believe that meditating is about stopping thinking, which is a mistake. No one can prevent their mind from thinking, so there is no such thing as perfect meditation. 2, cold shower. Take a cold shower before starting your day. This will help you stay active and clear your mind, allowing you to start the day energetically. I know it doesn't sound very appealing to step into a cold shower at 6 in the morning, but it works. I advise that if you've decided to do this, don't ease into it. Many recommend putting one foot in first and then the other, but this makes it less appealing. I suggest you just dive in as if you're going for a swim. Habit number 2, reading. Reading is a workout for your brain as it stimulates certain cognitive activities and promotes intellectual enrichment. Reading is one of the quickest methods to gain knowledge. The key is to learn from experts, those who have already done what you want to do. The fastest way to learn is to gain knowledge from giants. Start by reading for 15 minutes a day, and you'll see how the reading habit will gradually develop. You can start with any title you like, but try to choose books that provide wisdom and more knowledge. Remember, your body's a temple, so feed it valuable information. If you dedicate just 30 minutes a day to read 20 pages by the end of the year, you'll have read more than 30 books. Impressive, right? Now you have no excuses to build the reading habit. Habit number 3, visualization. There are certain people who adopt this habit and make it a part of their daily routine. By dedicating just 15 minutes to visualize what you want to achieve in your life, you help create the awareness that you can achieve anything you set your mind to, of course, with work and effort. You can create a vision board of goals you want to achieve in your life, whether it's becoming independent in the future, starting a family, starting a business, etc. The important thing is to make it visible so that the first thing you see when you wake up is this, reminding you of the reason you strive every day. It's also important to think about how you will feel when you achieve all your goals. This will give you an extra boost. Habit number 4, exercise. Exercise for at least 15 minutes in the morning. This will get your blood circulating throughout your body and fill your lungs with oxygen. Just 20 minutes of exercise can make your entire day productive with a clear and focused mind. Any type of exercise will help you concentrate better throughout the day, boost your energy, and of course, improve your health. Consistent exercise improves your life rhythm, allowing you to endure long work days and have enough energy to focus on your personal life. I recommend having a workout partner, as this will make you more committed. Remember, successful people know that to start the day right, you need to be motivated and focused first. This will increase your productivity throughout the day. To do this, you need to wake up early. If you normally wake up at 7 a.m., start waking up an hour earlier today to incorporate these 6 life-changing activities. Habit number 5, affirmations. Affirmations are a powerful tool used by many professional athletes, actors, successful entrepreneurs, and authors. The great thing about affirmations is that anyone can use them to achieve their goals. It's important to distance yourself from all negative words. Avoid thoughts like, I can't. I always fail at everything I do. Or, why does this only happen to me? Instead, fill your life with positive words. This will make your entire day positive. Choosing powerful words over negative ones makes you feel in control. This works because your subconscious records what it hears, regardless of your current situation. Remember, have intentions before going to sleep. Your first thought in the morning is often the last one you had before sleeping. If your last thought before sleeping was something negative, your morning will be filled with laziness. But if your thought was, tomorrow I will wake up with energy and enthusiasm to exercise, you will rise with a positive attitude. Affirmations are powerful words that program your subconscious. Now, how to create these affirmations? It's quite easy. All the words you include in your day should answer these questions. 1. What do I want to achieve? This gives you a measurable goal and tells you where you hope to get in the future. 2. Why do I want to achieve this? This is where you determine the importance of achieving this goal. 3. How will I achieve this? This helps you know exactly what action you will take today to move forward. Once you have this series of affirmations, it's important to write them down, either in a notebook or in your phone notes. We recommend reading your morning affirmations for success. Habit number 6, journaling. The reality is that 95% of people will not live the life they desire, not because they don't want to, but because they aren't committed to doing what's necessary to achieve their dreams. Therefore, it's vital that during your journey towards good habits, you document all the lessons and thoughts you have. This will give you extra motivation when you feel a bit discouraged, as you will remember where you were and where you are now. You can write whatever you like, but here are some examples of what you might write. Things you're grateful for, achievements you've made or wish to achieve, discoveries you've made along the way, plans you want to carry out, and lessons you've learned. Remember, the most successful entrepreneurs mention that they perform this activity daily, which makes them feel more motivated and focused on what they want to achieve. The secret is to use just 10 minutes of your day, and at the end of the month, sit down and review all the progress you've made over those 30 days. Now you know the steps to make your mornings miraculous. With just 60 minutes a day dedicated to these practices, you can start your day differently, actively, and ensure your success. These 6 personal development practices will help you transform your life and become the person you need to be to create and live the most extraordinary life. They are simple steps that even if you're not a morning person, you can do. Remember, success is something you attract by becoming the person you are meant to be. See you in the next video.